So one interesting thing about this whole study of the temple and where it's going to be and all that stuff, I realize that there are a lot of people, the vast majority of people, Jews included, who believe that the temple is going to be rebuilt on the Temple Mount, that's where they were always located. No. It's located in the city of David on Mount Zion, not Mount Moriah. The Temple Mount is on Mount Moriah. We learn this in the book of Ezekiel in the vision, that Ezekiel was taken in Ezekiel 40 to receive his end times vision, to see the measuring of the temple. He was taken to a very high mount to look down upon the frame of a city at the south. That was the frame of the city of David and where the temple complex would have been. So he's on Mount Moriah looking down. So it's interesting as I go through this little part in the book of Acts where when Paul was in Jerusalem in chapter 21, the Jews were stirred up against him. He had gone into the temple to try to quell their feelings of grief toward him and was cited in there having brought Gentiles in, and the Jews were like, no, we're not having any of this. Acts 21. Starting in verse 30, all the city was moved and the people ran together. They took Paul, drew him out of the temple, and forthwith the doors were shut. And as they went about to kill him, having just dragged him out of the temple, so that's where this is going to be, in the temple, tidings came unto the chief captain of the band that all Jerusalem was in an uproar. Okay, so it would have been the chief captain of the Romans, who immediately took soldiers and centurions, Roman soldiers and centurions, and ran down unto them. So they would have run down from where they were into the temple area to stop the uproar that occurred when these people dragged Paul out of the temple. So that tells you that where the soldiers and centurions were coming from was further north than where the temple actually was, which is specifically Fort Antonia, the Roman fortress, which was on the Temple Mount. That was a Roman fortress. The soldiers and the centurions were coming down because that was at a higher elevation than the temple was, and they were coming down to the temple complex to stop what was going on. So this is one of the places. There are many in the Bible that tell you that the Temple Mount is not where the temple was then, and certainly not where it will be in the future.